Well, next, imagine golfer Jake Warner's delight when he scored his first ever hole-in-one.
The Suffolk salesman achieved the feat at his local golf club in Haverhill.
But little did he realise he would end up thousands of pounds in debt and refusing to play at the club again. Malcolm Robertson explains.
Jake Warner thought he'd hit the perfect drive. Striking his tee shot at a charity event at Haverhill Golf Club in June last year, he achieved what every player dreams of, a hole-in-one. Made even sweeter because a new car was on offer for anyone who did it.
So I was playing with playing partners and the golf club's got chucked and we was all in a big huddle jumping around and shouting and screaming.
No wonder he looks pleased with himself, winning a £12,000 car, but the dream became a nightmare.
The next day it was quite apparent that the car on the tee that was signed written if you get a hole-in-one, win this car, wasn't actually going to be the car. It was a lot lesser value.
The club offered him 3 other cheaper models, all of which he refused, so he came up with a compromise.
Put through an offer of the £8,000 insurance cover that the golf club had and a couple of years free membership, and that was quite quickly refused by the golf club, which was a bit of a shock because there's no cost there to the golf club then, and I was obviously going to win, and the golf club were going to win with the publicity that they would have received.
The matter went to court, it was settled, but with legal expenses, Jake lost out by more than £3,000. It's been a tough time for him, his partner Kirsty and baby son Harry. Money set aside for the couple's wedding this year has gone. He won't be renewing his golf membership. He says friends are boycotting the club.
It will be very hard not to bet the golf club because I love golf and there are some very nice people at the golf club which I respect massively.
Although Jake was happy to talk, Haverhill Golf Club have chosen to have their say via a statement in which they readily acknowledge that Jake Warner won a car, but they say they made him a generous offer which he chose to reject. The club behaved entirely properly throughout and were fully vindicated by the court's decision to throw out the claim. The club very much regrets that Jake chose to pursue a claim that had no merit and was bound to fail.
The court in this case has decided that he shouldn't win his claim, so clearly it wasn't unfair as a question of law. But it's important that prizes always conform to the description of them before they are offered as a prize in any competition.
With no new car, Jake Warner still driving around in his 10-year-old Ford Focus, all because a hole-in-one burnt a rather large hole in his pocket. Malcolm Robertson, ITV News, Haverhill.